part of the trail, heading to Lightline Road campsite. It's only a couple of k's away. Just a short one.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets.
You wouldn't think it. There's actually roads and houses like 100 meters that way.
I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to...
Yeah, I think it's only about, you can make it as short as like 1.5 k's or something. Hopefully added a kilometre or two to that, so hopefully sort of 3, 4, shouldn't be too bad. It's already like 2:30 or something. Had a late start to the day. But I hadn't decided I was coming out until about 11 o'clock this morning, because there was meant to be rain predicted. And all last night, that's what it was still saying, and then this morning, the sun's shining and the forecast has changed. So I thought, oh well, might as well get up and go. Something over in those bushes. I don't know if the microphone's picking up.
Protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above.
Getting pretty close to camp. It's been about, well, it will be about 3 kilometres by the time I get there, I reckon. Huge miles covered today. The pack is quite heavy though. I think it went a little bit over, a little bit up. There she blows, the Lightline Road bush camp.
Feel like a dynamite, ready to explore right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to...
Yeah, about 3 kilometres. Nice quick one. And I'll probably head the long way home once I shed a bit of weight off the pack. Oh, someone's collected some firewood. I'm thinking right between those 2 trees there is going to be my best shot. Not too much above me, good gap. If it gets really cold, hunker down in there. Bit of a windbreak. So one of the plans was on the map. I've walked past it to get to the camp. Focus. But I don't remember seeing anything, so whilst the legs are fresh, I'll go have a look. Which means retracing my steps, but that's not the end of the world. I'm probably getting out that extra kilometre or so in by doing it, so the tighter I can be by the time I hit bed, the better. Be sleeping in the hammock again tonight. It'll be my first winter expedition in the hammock, so we'll see how it goes. But it'll either be a one-off and it'll never happen again, or it'll be fun and I'll want to get out more often. Yep, so it just turns out I wasn't really watching. Right on the corner where it says it should be, there's a track. It looks quite steep. Which I expect it to be, because it goes right down into the valley and goes right back up the other side. But it looks like it'll be doable. So that's good to know. That's a definite plan for tomorrow. Pretty much go take that trail, goes down into the valley, up the other side, and then it just follows the other ridge line. Instead of the one on this side near the houses, it follows the one further on the other side, and then it comes straight back across. So probably going to be 2 or 3 kilometres more with a bit of elevation gain, but it'll be different territory, which I always like to, if I can, do a circuit. It's just a little bit more interesting than an out and back. The other option is to keep going down this road, and it's probably another 5k extra, so probably a 10k hike back to the car. Same sort of thing, goes down to the valley and back across. They connect back up. It's just, yeah, I probably prefer the slightly shorter one, just considering the extra weight I put in the pack. And if I get back to the car sooner, I can go to another little hike in the area or something without the pack and without all the weight, which might be the idea. So I went with quite a tight pitch. I've used the hammock ridgeline before as the top ridgeline, and it seems to work fine. It doesn't drip too badly if the hammock's set up correctly to begin with, and the water, haven't really had too much test with water, and hopefully don't have to do test tonight. I might have to move that door just a little bit to make it a bit tighter, and then this side looks pretty schmack. There's bits of elastic, holds the ends of the tarp closed, quick and easy to set up. I'll show you how you get inside. You come in through the door. Oh. Now when you're in here, there's no wind, a little bit cramped, but see, the tarp's still fairly taut even though that I'm sitting in the hammock. If I get out of the hammock, let's get a little bit tighter. So maybe I should have put a ridge line up. Yeah, it's not too bad in here. It'll be nice and warm tonight, hopefully. It's time for dinner. I have some bacon, an onion, some slightly squashed bread rolls, hot dog buns rather, and then some Chinese preserved sausage. And for dessert or my beverage, I brought the Pirate Life chocolate and banana stout. I had a couple of these the other day, and they taste exactly like lolly bananas. It doesn't really have the sweetness, but it's just got that banana-y flavour. It's interesting.
I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. Lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way. Birds chirping and I hear my name, grasping into life. Life is happy but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah.
Dinner is proudly brought to you by Costco. I've got the cheeses and the little sausages. Not too bad. Yeah, chow down on these before they get too cold. Bon appetit.
Savannah, the beauty of the world, Savannah. Let's all take a walk, Savannah.
So I just got up to brush my teeth and the bag had been lying on the ground. And normally I take a little sip before so I can brush my teeth with it. And I saw some water on the end and some little marks. I thought, that's strange, I've never seen that before. I thought, oh well, this must just be getting old. And then I looked a bit more. There's a few more little marks. I thought, oh, I must have rubbed on some rocks or something. And there's some more little marks. And slowly I began to realise that a little mousy mouse has actually come along whilst I've been lying there in the hammock watching a movie. He's decided to help himself to my water that was lying on the ground. And there's little bits of plastic you can see on the ground, like it's definitely fresh and it's definitely been chewed off. The only problem is, if I cut it there, it's a very short tube now, and I'm not sure how much of it, like there's only the slightest little leak. And I tried to drain everything that was in the tube out on the ground, so that's just water, not anything else. But if little mousy mouse has got any diseases, I don't really want to be drinking the water that he's been drinking. So I think I'm gonna cut off at this little bit here, the last bit, and re-put the tap on without the mouthpiece. But as for the water, I do have some chlorine tablets there. I might chuck one of them in. I've never used them before because apparently they taste like shit, but it's probably better than that than getting some sort of rodent disease. Well, I'll jury rig this up and then go to bed. It wasn't too hard to do. The plastic cut pretty easily. This was all covered. I don't think he's bitten into it. Or maybe a little bit on the edge there. The rubber bit on the end I got rid of, well, chucked in the bag. I don't think the rest has been touched. It's just a little bit disappointing because I've had that water bladder for years. I do have another spare one though, so I guess it'll get used now. 11:30 and the rain has just started. Hopefully we stay nice and dry in here. Tuck the bag up in there. Keep away from the rats and rain. And I'm tucked up in here. Morning. Stay dry to my little cocoon. Tied the bag up in under the end of it. And all my stuff hanging in there. It's so warm too. Really needed the sleeping bag, the underquilt, and just wearing the jacket. I kept warm most of the night.
Light is gonna come. The birds have just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Kids across the land.
The mouse got me good last night. Get into my hose. In several spots. Chewed the top of my cap.
I'm coming home, Savannah. We'll never be alone, Savannah. The beauty of the world, Savannah. Let's all take a walk, Savannah. I'm coming home, Savannah. We'll never be alone, Savannah. The beauty of the world, Savannah. Let's all take a walk. Savannah, I'm coming home, Savannah. We'll never be alone, Savannah.
It's really as simple as that. Well, we're in the new territory now. Probably should show you where I'm going, not where I've been. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Alright, looks like this is going to be a steep little descent. I'm going to be pinching the other side, and then I'll be walking along a similar ridge line to what I was yesterday. So I haven't actually dropped down into the valley yet. Yeah, so far it's been pretty flat. I've got a feeling though it's about to get very, very steep. Now, doesn't look it on camera, but the descent has begun.
hard. That we were traveling the mountains just to find the loudest seas. We set down by the fire, knowing we couldn't hide, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I
Holy hell. Where did the truck go?
am, yes, I've been laying under palm trees waiting for.
Turns out we were getting pretty close to the creek. There she blows. The white whale.
For the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club.
Now for the hill. You might notice the pace has slowed a bit. I said it before, and I'll say it again. You know you're working hard when you can hear your heart beating in your ears. Thump, 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 thump. She's got some gradient on her, that's for sure. It just goes straight up. Well, that's the extra steep bit. Starting to level off. I don't know if it's a false peak though. It looks like it keeps going pretty flat.
I remember the ocean, memories die out too hard.
Another intersection. I'm pretty sure that's the one I went on last time, and it goes right down in and right back up and comes back out at the houses, which is where Lightline Road sort of leaves the bitumen. But up here a bit further, it'll loop back down to where the car is, hopefully. So this that I'm walking on is uncharted territory again. I believe when I did that other one, I went to the Dundas Road Bush Camp, which is, I think, also only about a kilometre from the road if you go to the nearest point. But I took the long way around and the long way back, and turned it into like 20 or 30k hike or something over 2 days. Which isn't too bad. Sort of distances I like to cover. But yeah, if you park at the top of the White Line Road, you can sort of make a loop right out round to it. But the problem I'm finding with these easy to access campsites GoPro battery died on me mid-sentence. Oh. Yeah, what I was saying is the problem with these easy to access campsites is that because they're so easy to access, they're popular, and then the mice get accustomed to there always being someone there and always being food scraps, whatever that people might leave. And so then there's always mice at these close campsites. But if you go out a bit further, some of the remote campsites, I've never had a problem with mice. I've encountered mice in the past and they've never really been a problem. They normally nibble on a little bit of rubbish bag or something because they prefer the smell of the rubbish than try and hunt it out whatever's in the pack. I'm normally pretty diligent hitting what I can up high, so at least they've got to do a bit of an obstacle course to get to it if they want to try and get to it. But yeah, while I was watching the movie last night, I just thought, oh, pack will be on the ground, just out of the rain. If it does rain, it'll be fine there. And then I got out of the hammock to find that my water bladder tube had been chewed. So yeah, mousey mouse. They're a bit of a problem, but if you're coming out into the wilderness, you have to learn to live with the wilderness creatures. So. Yeah. Other than that, good night. Like I said earlier, it was nice and warm. I was surprised that I actually got to sleep because I wasn't really that tired or anything, but as you lay there in the hammock you sort of drift off to sleep, which is nice. Starting to get used to the hammock, I think. Having said that, when I did the Girraween trip, the first night was the night that I got the most sleep, but I was dead tired that night, so yeah, enjoying the hammock. Something different. Every time I go hiking now, I pick up the hammock before I pick up the tent. Yeah, just something different, bit of fun. So it shouldn't be much further, probably like 2 kilometres if that, to get back to the car. And we'll go from there. I don't know if I'll go do a side quest or go grab some lunch or what. Just enjoying being out here right now. A bird's dropped a fig seed in the top of it and it's strangled its way down there, the old strangle fig. Well, that's good news. There's no I thought I was going to have to go back down into the creek, but it actually walks around the ridge. I don't know if you can see, but just up here is my car parked at the gate. I've done this track before too, and that's where I walked yesterday over the White Line Road. Looks like someone's come down here recently on a bike.
We were traveling the mountains just to find the loudest tears. We set down by the fire, knowing we could aim higher, but we didn't.
Oh, that's light line brake. Light line road bush camp. And yeah, see you on the next one. So I've decided while I'm in the area, I might as well do the pipe Comanche wreck at the top of Mount Glorious. I've never done it before, so it's be about a 6k out and back. And since I didn't want to pull everything out of the backpack, I just grabbed the water bottle. Should be able to do it in an hour or two, so it shouldn't be too bad. So, if I'm right, this is the trail for it. Entering a remote area. Excellent. Much different than the backpacking portion of the expedition. And it's like proper trail, single track, rainforest everywhere. It's pretty cool.
Know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland.
Well, we're definitely en route. Was not expecting to see that, because I haven't even began going downhill yet. Still on track.
Don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club.
So here's where it starts getting steep. That's horizontal, or level. And this is where we're going. It's not too bad at the moment. Just keeps going on. I assume it was the landing gear that was all the way up there. The plane's a long way from it. Another big tree. And I think I've just spotted the first signs of the wreck. Well, that is to say, I think I've spotted the wreck. It's the tail. There you go. Been wanting to get to this one for a few years, and I finally have. Made it. Now I've just got to get back up the hill. Just massive trees. Oh, back up the steep section. Got the heart pumping. So there's the corner post. I'm going to head back that way shortly, but I think I'll do a little side quest to the Mount D'Anguilla summit. So I think this side quest is definitely not tricked quite as much as the plain trail, the Piper Comanche trail, but you can still sort of make it out. I don't know if there's going to be any views up here, but elevation wise you're almost at the summit already, and it would be rude not to, considering we are in D'Anguilla National Park. Climbing the Mount D'Anguilla summit is probably a good thing to do. So it looks like I'm at the summit. At least that's what that says. There's definitely no view. There's a little bit of sun coming through the trees over here, but other than that, you can't see too much. But we did it. And now we know that. Yeah, look, there's even a couple of stones to mark the summit. Nice big trees up here. yeah, that is Mount Diangular Summit. Diangular, Diangular, I don't know how to pronounce it, but yep, we've made it to the summit. Well, there it is, the summit of Mount Diangular in the Diangular National Park. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, time to head back to the car, I think. I'll go find some lunch. I think this is the way. Don't know the way. I think I'm slightly lost. Gotta be the trail here somewhere. Aha. That looks better. That's the section I was just over in. So the trail comes down that way, and then it forks over there, and sort of big intersection here. I think everyone goes every which way, and so there's a few tracks that look like tracks but aren't quite tracks. Back on the main one now. Should be easy pickings back to the car. Well, that sound can mean only one thing. We're getting closer to the road, which means the hike is almost over. So I recommend the Comanche track. It's quite a good one. Easy to get to, well marked. A little bit of a hill in the middle to get your heart pumping. Overall, a lovely little hike. Yeah. So there's the sign. Once you get onto the track, but the entrance to the track is well hidden. If you weren't looking for it, you'd walk straight past it, which I have many times before. After I've had a shower too. Little tick crawling over me.